Pranams, everybody. So, greetings. We begin with a small prayer. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityormamritam Gamaya, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, welcome to today's satsang. I've got a little cold, and so you might see me blowing my nose or something like that. So, you got to excuse me. So, little throat also is. That's because the whole month went in lot of travel. I've been in all the heaty places, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Karnataka continuously, and I've been in and out of heat and AC, heat and AC. Taxis AC again, heat outside. Room is AC again, heat outside. Plane is AC again, heat outside. Train is AC again, heat outside. Continuous fluctuation. So this body has taken a little turmoil in this place. So I'm supposed to go to Delhi also, and I'll be there. Hopefully, it will all go away till then. So tomorrow I'm thinking of going to Ajmer. I don't know. Ajmer Sharif, I'm going after many years. It's the Dargah of Khwaja Gariban Nawaz. Very powerful Samadhi. Peer Sahib ka hai. In Muslims or Sufis, you call Peer. They are equivalent to Avadhutas. But due to our ignorance, we do not know. जाति भेद इतना है हमारे में कि we separate them also. They don't have all this. In fact, if you see Shri M's book, there you'll see even how his guru appeared in the same dargah, Ajmer Dargah, Khwaja Gariban Nawaz Dargah, in suit boot. In a suit he appeared. I don't know, I don't want to get too much into it, but even Shri M was shocked as to what are you here, because he recognized this is Guru, and this Guru from the Himalayas. Now he is in coat suit, and he says, "Keep quiet, don't make a Allah Gullah about it." Simply, and then they do whatever their work. So this dargah is very powerful. Many years back, I had been there, so I had this desire to go there. So let me see how the things are. Hopefully, this whole thing should. I hope the flight guys don't kick me out. That's my only worry. Rest all will be taken care of. So, in case you get an opportunity to go there, go there. It's a very beautiful place. You will see even Hindu monks there. Yeah, Bhagwan, Choti Voti, and then all this Mala Wala Dhare. You can see many yogis meditating there or moving around in that place. So he was one of the greatest fakirs or peer or avadhutas of those days in Sufis. Yeah. I'm going to wear a mask, obviously. But I said the work must go on. Whatever happens is the body, and I'm not the body. Till we are there in the body, that's fine. Body will serve us. The day it is done, finish its work, it will go. And we go our way. Body goes its way, we go our way. So that's how it is. No experience. There are many experiences, but I don't want to. You'll never see me sharing experiences ever on these platforms. That I'm sitting there and I saw this and this happened, that happened. Externally, okay, fine, what you can relate to, but internally, I will not, because what is happening to me need not happen to you. That is the problem. When we look into somebody's experiences, somebody saw this, somebody saw that, this happened, that happened, and then we will go to that place to experience that. It will not happen. I always say, you read all the autobiographies of all the great yogis, masters, all you read, autobiography of yogi you read. But I can guarantee you 101%, not one experience from that book will be yours. You'll never have it. Somebody else's experience. books and others' experience are good only to for those who still have doubt in all these things can happen. And then you listen and you hear and you say, wow, this happened. You heard this happened, that happened. So this is for people who don't believe it and then they need proof. I believe we don't need proof. We are knowing what we are into. And these proofs also are only inspiration, somebody else's experience. Not necessarily is going to happen to all of us. There is some two people named iPhone. Please change your profiles because I don't know who gets it. Because sometimes people share these links. It has happened. So just I just want to. Okay, one is I can because the video is on. I can know it's uh, Rishavji. Yeah, yeah, that's it's okay. If you are keeping iPhone, and but you're keeping your video on, then it's fine. But if your videos are off, I would like to know who's this. So I'm sending one request to this iPhone to start video. Either you start your video or you change your name. You'll get the message now. You must have got it. Asking to start video. See, either your identity is not known who it is. Okay, fine. If you thank you. Oh, is that Neha? You'll have to just change your. Yeah, okay, okay. What time is it in the UK now? I thought, okay, fine, 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 no problem. Either you keep it on or change the name because that will help us. Thank you. So today we were, a thought came to me like, we had done this before, a session just sitting, this kind of session where we say silence between the words. It is the third level of sessions. So many of you will not find entertainment in this. It will be very silent. It will be just connecting to ourselves, reading between the lines, reading between the thoughts. It's all settling down. Like today, I just put a video. I saw that it was a nice. I was looking into something and I saw that clip was very nice. कि जो संसार में है उनको संसार में जीने दो उनको संसार चखने दो. What we are talking about is the worthiness of who is entitled for higher gyan, who's entitled for moksha, who's entitled for brahma gyan, who's entitled for atma sakshatkar or self realization. These are not just glamorous words. That is where the confusion is, where everybody feels I am enlightened. I am not enlightened. I am entitled to learn. So I have to learn. I want this. I want that. That is why even when I was with my guru and he was trying to do higher program, every सब घुसने की कोशिश करते थे. घुसो भेड़िए घुसे ऐसा. Like a herd, सिंग लेके घुस ही जाओ. And in that also you stample people, you trample people. Who cares a damn? I want to just get in. And be as though you get in and you are entitled. ऐसा नहीं चलता बकवास. Eligibility is how much you are withdrawn from the world. Simple one line. If you're stuck in your body consciousness, if you're stuck in your ego, your mind, your relations, your world, samsara, you're not entitled. Simple as that. I'm not saying this. Shastras might say it, but even my experience says this. But I personally have nothing to say on this. So the more you are outwardly, you cannot get these things. So there is no point telling I'm just because we have interest, we cannot be eligible. Oh, I'm interested. This is not an interesting zone. It is authenticity. Like I say, most of us are still in that mode of mind. Mind is manipulating, mind is cunning. We are not even aware of it. बेहोश है बेहोश. तो ये बेहोश लोगों के लिए फेज 3 नहीं हो सकता. Those who are unconscious, it is not for them. What is there for them? Shaktopaya or Anvopaya. Anvopaya is where you have to listen to so much of perversions, where you have to worship and worship and worship, where you have to do puja and puja and puja, where you pray and pray and pray, where you cry and weep and this and that, where you struggle, stumble down, and again weep and cry for solutions. Run to this path, this temple, that mosque, this pilgrimage, that pilgrimage. Keep running. There also again hope to get something. This is Anvopaya methods for the first level. The first level. Not that they are wrong, but a lot of work is there. They have to get done with all those things. So once they move from that level, they become little more steady. निश्चलता आने शुरू हो जाती. So level one is chanchal, restless, bhagdodi bhagdod. I want everybody to ascertain where am I standing each. Don't just think I am so many years into this, so I'm entitled. No, your entitlement is your authenticity. How sincere you are thinking about you will get the answer. How much am I still struggling? कितना फड़फड़ा रहा हूं मैं for my relationships? And वो पाया. I'm still stuck with my relationship. Still cannot give up my attachments. Strong, very strong. Crying, weeping, struggling, victimized in that drama only. More you are in that drama, more you are in that phase. So they're sitting there and just hoping I want moksha is that person who wants to run away. It is like suicide. Tang aa gaya, I want to die. So a spiritual person will have same vasana. There also they will tell tang aa gaya, I want to mokshify, not die. I want moksha, they will say. But internally they want to run away from the problems. So that is called Smashan Vairagya. In Tiruvannamalai, I was talking to someone. And that person, every time they has problems, will contemplate on suicide. WhatsApp status pe aa jayega. And the expectation is somebody look at that WhatsApp and then call. And previously, I was the first person to call because I get little concerned. If there's good seekers, I get little concerned. So I used to call or WhatsApp and say, "What are you up to?" And then they will say, "Oh, this person did this to me. I can't bear it." And then you have to settle down for them to settle down. Somewhere you don't want them to cause harm to themselves. So you talk to them very nicely. What? Anvopaya only. Same nonsense, same bullshit. Not getting the lesson. They want to still struggle in that. What can they do? Okay, you sit there, you tell them. देखो भाई आपने कॉल किया थैंक यू सो मच आई एम फीलिंग सो रिलीव्ड इट्स गॉड्स ब्लेसिंग blah 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 they'll go after 1 week another WhatsApp say, I want to die. And then I told one day person if you want to die you will die, why you will put on WhatsApp? Anybody who wants to die will just go and die. Why they will tell people I want to die, I'm contemplating on it. So nautanki hai. But poor people they can't even catch their own nautanki. They can't catch the drama of their mind. All manipulation. Even that suicide is a threat to manipulate others only. Somewhere they want to manipulate their lovers, the one who deceived them, their relatives, or other seekers. They want to deceive. You want special importance. What is that who's struggling to die? The ego. And that ego is not dying also. It wants to die, but it will never die. That's the trick of the ego. It will keep playing this drama. So I told in multiple ways, person will not get. Then I stopped seeing all those and responding to it. मरना है तो मरे अभी क्या है जिसका प्रारब्ध है why am I hitting my head? But that person didn't die. 4 years passed. But multiple times that threat will come. Now, when I met We happened to meet in Tiruvannamalai only, this visit only. So she was telling this, I'm this very serious and this, find me some place where I can go and now settle down. I want to settle down in some place. Place means not house, geographical location. Bangalore or Goa or Himachal or Pondicherry or uh, Mysore or whatever. I said, these are two, three good places. You go there. Oh, how much will it cost? I said, this much, this much. And how much if I live in this colony? This much, this much. I said, you go. Once you make your mind, you go. He said, yes. In 1 week, I'm going to take a decision and go. But before that, I want to go for a tour abroad. I said, why? मन नहीं लगता. My mind is too much. I said, look, my dear, this is called Smashan Vairagya. What's happening to you? This, what you're telling right now, I want to leave this place, I want to do this, I want peace, or I want to die, I want to move my location, or I will never talk to that person, or I will fast, or I will change, or I will self inflict some pain, or I'll drink alcohol, or मैं गायब हो जाऊंगा. All these things which are there. I said, this is all Smashan Vairagya. No, 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 no. This is very serious. It has come till here. You know, my own family did this to me, did that to me, this way, that way. And all the stories went on. So I said, still again, this is Mashan Vairagya. No, it is not. I'm fully fed up now. I said, let's talk tomorrow or day after. I'm there for 3 days. I will guarantee this is Mashan Vairagya. No way. And third day I met, third day they are planning again with the family. कार लेके कहाँ जाएंगे outing? Whole family wants to go. And this is the same family she was complaining now. I will not talk to them. Nobody's mine. This, that, blah, blah. Now they are making plans to go together. And then I went and softly told, and mood is good. So no talking about anything else. No spiritual talks now. When mood is good, no spiritual talks. Okay. When mood out, spiritual talks. Are you getting that? Mood खराब हो गया, जिंदगी खराब हो गई. That time, Adhyatma. That time, Guru Mandala. That time, Arunachala. Arunachala Shiva. Power of Arunachala. Grace of Arunachala. And then time Shiva, the Redeemer. That time Sai Baba. That time Nityananda. Everybody, everything becomes Jagrit at that time. And the moment you get back your same family, your same house, your same everything, your problems are solved, सबको गोली मार दे. They'll just गायब. They will just disappear. They were there now, till now. And just the moment you are here, nobody is there and you are not talking about them also. So third day I told, reminder, what happened to the place you wanted to locate? Laughing. I said, बोला था ना स्मशान में रहे. I told you, no, in 2 days, just remind me. क्या जगह भाई, क्या मजाक करते हो? This is spiritual. So this is all Anvopaya level, okay? This is not Shambhopaya, what we are talking. इससे कोई परमात्मा नहीं मिलने वाला, कोई मुक्ति मोक्ष नहीं मिलने वाला. ये सब नौटंकी है. So this drama will go on, maybe for many janmas. So those who are in that, that's why I said in that small uh, reel which I posted, allow them. Who wants to go and enjoy the samsara, don't give gyan to them. ये इधर नहीं है, उधर दुख है. तुम्हारे बोलने से थोड़ी कोई फर्क पड़ने वाला. Who cares what you talk? Let them go and jump into the pit. So when the ouch comes, they will remember. That time you have to just tell, remember that day's talk, or you can give recording, same. And when they forget again, you can give the recording, same. Yellow, same recording, because nothing new to tell. It's the same old thing. So until we get out of this particular loop, there is no end to it. So there is no question of higher spiritual talks. That's why wherever we go, we don't keep talking higher spiritual talks. Here also I hesitate. Many of the satsangs, hardly you will find, apart from retreats, I never settle down for silent uh, experiences because we are not ready to get into that mode. And if we are not ready, let us not disrespect that tattva. When we are, that is very important. Jesus also said, feed only when hungry. Nityananda said that. Chidakasha Gita. Only when hunger is there, give food to the hungry. Otherwise, it will cause them indigestion. They will not digest it. So, hunger means hunger for mukti, hunger for self realization. Then only Brahma Gyan can be given. Are you getting it? Otherwise, it cannot be given. इंटरेस्ट है मुझे इंटरेस्ट से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता how interested I am how passionate I am about mukti. This is not passion zone and this is not fashion also. So there a certain amount of seriousness is, and that is why, not that if somebody is ineligible, if you tell them something major, nothing major, they will have indigestion. And that is why many people don't get it. When we are having very deep high talks, and if somebody is not prepared on that level, if they are still operating on Anvopaya, Shaktopaya level, they come and sit, they'll say, come again. Say, what did you mean by that? Can you explain that more? No explanation. All these explanations are done in the lower phases, primary phases, where you explain, 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 explain. So that is why I put it on the website. I have revamped my complete website now. And I'm going to put the phases there, everything, so that we have a very good roadmap. It's going to be called roadmap. So that we must know where we are. We must not wait for others to give us eligibility. We ourselves must find out, where am I eligible? Where do I stand in the journey of life? Honestly, I should know. Then the complaining will not happen. Otherwise, you will go and complain. You might even accuse somebody. Like you might come and tell me, you didn't allow me for some reason. Who am I to allow you or not? You should know whether you are supposed to be allowed or not. And if you know I am not worthy there, worthy in the sense what? I will not understand. Simple. So let's say I sit here now in silence. After 5 minutes, many of you will go away. What is this now? No instruction also on how to meditate. He didn't even invoke. He didn't even tell, become aware of this and that, or activate your chakras, or do some prana, nadi shodhan. Nothing. No omkar mantra. Nothing. No watching breath. Just silent. What nonsense is this? This is what will happen. But those who are in phase 3 will simply understand that. You can even read between the lines. What is between the lines? Silence. How many of us can catch that silence? Very difficult. So I'm talking now. If I slow down my speed, what will happen? Gap will be more. Gap between sentences and words are more. You will see those who are in deeper realizations will simply get attuned to a deep inner silence. They are people who have moved to the zone where they understand it is not in the words, but it is what is in between the words. Why can they relate to silence? Because their minds have become silent. Chanchal minds cannot catch this. That is the purpose of telling eligibility. Even if somebody is pushed into those zones also, or somebody sneaks into those also, like my gurus, many higher level, people used to sneak in. Somewhat, kuch to karo guso. What happened to those people? It's very funny. What happened? Nothing really happens because that greed which is there, you will go in and you will not get it. Even if there is some Shakti floating out there, even if there is some high energy there, even if the Guru is transmitting something in silence, where do I have the eligibility to catch that? Shakti patas, these things which is there, grace which is, these are all very subtle. Until I become subtle, I cannot catch the subtle. Simple. That is why not everybody can go and sit in Ramana Ashram. No activity there. What to do there sitting? No guided meditation. Nobody is giving anything. You go to other ashrams, you'll find all ready made. You'll find volunteers standing there welcoming you and then giving you introduction speech, and then telling you about your chakras, your nadis, and then telling you about the ashram, and then telling you about the prakriyas, processes, and then telling you about some mantra, and then telling you about some tantra, and then giving you some sort of initiation or something, some pep talk, and then slowly getting you into that process. You're told, you go to Ramana ashram, what the hell to do here? Everybody's sitting there, silence. And you can see people are sitting only circumambulating there around the samadhi of Ramana. And hundreds of people are there moving around the ashram, sitting somewhere in silence, in this corner, that corner, simply silent. No talks, all bakwas gone. You can see them day and night inside, all moving around like zombies. No interest only, absorbed in something. Who are these people? Absorbed in grace. Because they have become subtle, they have become nischala. They can catch the nischala tattva of that place. There is grace radiating at that place. That is Nirlambha Yoga. That is what is there in Devi Kalotra, where Shiva is telling, until you become nischala, you cannot catch me. You cannot get my tattva. So who becomes who's the eligibility? Nobody. We only are eligible for it. The more I make noise in my mind, the more disqualified I am. So I am my own disqualifier, nobody else. I qualify or I disqualify. How do I qualify? Only after I learn that whatever is there in the Chanchal world is always restless, full of sound, full of noise. The world. So you link to the world and see what will happen. Your mind will become chatterpot. Subh Sham, you keep thinking and connecting with the world and see what will happen. You will end up in mess. Show me one person who's contemplating about the world and the worldliness and is supposed to be in deep peace. Show me one person. You'll never find anybody there. So these levels, what we talk about, the first level is too hard, and that is what all the paths are for. So many paths are there. Hundreds of paths are there. Where prakriyas, processes are given. Training is given. Why? Too chanchal. So chanchal that you cannot even understand the words. Then you have to be given some objects. That is where all the karma kand comes. And then after that phase, you go into the mind. Somebody who's no more relating with the body, now they can relate with the mind. Internal. Mind is internal. All these objects, objective world is outside. So when you lose your interest slowly in the outside, when do you lose outside? Jab chatka lagte rahe. When you come to know that it's not there outside. How much ever you go outside, you are going to get. So you need multiple experiences. Sometimes even lifetimes after lifetime. Not in one lifetime also nahi ye hoga. It will not finish. Multiple lifetimes you have to go and finally learn the lesson that this world cannot give me what I'm looking for. Be it love, be it support, be it help, be it Kindness, be it compassion, be it peace, be it contentment, be it freedom, this world can never give me. Because the quality of this world itself is in bondage. Check this out. Anything, anyone, place, person, thing you connect to outside itself is already in bondage. Tell me. Anybody that you connect in the world, are they free? Check it out. Anything, person, place, are they eternal forever? Are they going to be around forever? No. Do they have that tattva that you're seeking? Do they have happiness? Permanent happiness अपने, not temporary. जो सीजन के साथ जिसका मूड बदलता है उस पर कभी भरोसा नहीं करना. सुबह एक मूड, शाम को एक मूड, दोपहर को एक मूड, एक घंटे घंटे को जो बदलता है, like the climate. One day cloudy, one day sunny, one day rainy. Because that nature of nature is to change. That is the prakriti. That nature is the nature of mind of everybody. It will keep changing. It will keep fluctuating. So, whom are you trying to catch? What are you trying to catch? You see somebody's happiness and try to catch that happiness, and you don't know when it will move away from that person. Not from you. From that person only happiness will go. It is not permanent. Because that person also is like you, is connected to outside. So something outside will trigger in that person and that mood will change. So that means that person is dependent on something else. So whom you depend on is already dependent on somebody think something else or somebody else. And that person is depending on something else. All are interclogged in this manner. And one circuit changes, the whole circuit keeps changing inside. Moods keep changing. That is why you cannot catch you cannot catch permanently hold of something to permanently give you some kind of happiness. It will keep changing. So this we have talked so much times, isn't it? Nothing new. But see, every time you get a reminder, you will remember it. And until then, you'll forget it. So somebody has to remind you and you'll remember and you'll forget. So that's the nature of the mind. It cannot hold on wisdom also permanently. That also is temporary. Everything is temporary. Even the good that you gather from outside is temporary. Even the wisdom that you gather is temporary. So, what is the seeker's work? Seeker's work is to seek and find that which is permanent. That's what I'm trying to tell. All this permanency will never come from outside. Even the outside wisdom will not give you peace. This wisdom might give you some help, okay, till you are in the satsang. What after that? Why? Because it's coming from outside. You depend on it from outside. So that's not permanent. You'll not get it. What you don't get, you will return. Are you getting it? What you don't get from something, person, place, or thing, you will return back to that person or another person. Let's say if you don't get this permanent wisdom from me, you'll seek it somewhere else. Somewhere you did not get it, that is what you're seeking it here. That's the nature of the mind. That is why it's called the monkey mind. It will move from one branch to the other because it's restless. It keeps imagining that it is not in this branch, maybe it is in that branch or that branch or that branch, and it whole life it's hopping from branches to branches and trees to trees. So the real wisdom is to understand that what you seek outside is impermanent, and I'll have to learn that the real source of permanency is within. That is what happens in the Anvopaya level. Thrashed, you are thrashed again and again. It's not inside. Because somewhere a person who's doing Havan, a person who's doing Abhishekam, A person who is doing puja part, karma kand, this part, that part, this japa, that japa, one day will get fed up. They will get elevated from their grossness. Grossness will reduce. They will become little subtle, some grip on life, something that will make them eligible to contemplate deeper, reflect deeper, find out deeper, hunt deeper. That much of worthiness Anvopaya will give them. And that is the only work of Anvopaya. It will not give you moksha, it makes you ready. At Anvopaya, there are many gurus that will appear and they will give you the Dikshas or Shaktipatha or the transmissions. They activate you. Most of it happens at Anvopaya level only. Their purpose also is to only guide you and elevate you. Guru cannot give you moksha. No guru on earth can give, and nobody has given. They can make you eligible for moksha. They can prepare you for the higher grounds. That's their work. That's all. So there also it's limitation. Then when you become little ready, now you begin inwardly. Now the outwardly will stop, and you will get more and more interested in deeper inner aspects. You want to know your mind. You want to know your inner secrets. You want to know where will I get that peace. You want to know what is the Atman. Who am I? That question starts coming. I want to know more about myself. I want to know the purpose of my life. Why am I existing? Or I did this puja, that puja, everything I did run around. What after this? I didn't get God. I don't see him. I hear about him, but I can't. And that's not enough for me. The idols and images have given me assurances, and I felt good also. But I still can't experience it. So my interest will deepen. Then my interest will go into reading such kind of documents where I want to know, or my search will be for going deeper. So because I've become sukshma now, the moment one reaches this kind of a state, all the outwardly running around will stop. These kind of people are people who are very contemplative, who are meditative. They like to be, they now all the social dramas will drop. They don't have much to do with the worldly things. Not because they have given it up, they don't find meaning in it anymore because they have evolved. So all the party sharty which is there, that will stop. All the social functions will stop. All the friends who are outwardly will drop automatically. All the relatives, all the people who are too grossly will automatically start moving away. And you will find yourself finding more peace with yourself. Now भीड़ नहीं, अनुभव में भीड़ चाहिए. भीड़ जितना ज्यादा उतना ज्यादा पावरफुल, उतना ज्यादा मजा आएगा. So I want more. I told you, no, it is the vasana of the world only that we carry. The pashu vrittis which we have, that will remain till the end. Slowly, slowly it will go. That is why the concept of Pashupatinath. He is the one who will redeem the animalistic instincts. But before that, there are all these instincts. This is Pashubhava only. Because animals like to live in herd. Animals don't live alone. They all move in packs. Look at the buffaloes, look at the deers, look at the hyenas, look at all these birds. You'll see them all jhund mein because there is security. The more larger the group, the more I feel secure. The bigger the community, the more I feel secure. Oh, this I something is there. Now, even if I don't do anything, I know my next person is doing something, and I am a part of that herd. So leke chalega. So I will go into herd, and maybe I'm not meditating. Maybe I'm not even doing mantra japa. The whole herd is doing enough. I'll feel Shantona. Tasalli milega. Somewhere I'm in the right place. I'm protected. I'm taken care of. It's all Pashu Bhava only. So this is in the Anvopaya levels, all these things. That will start going off. As you move into Shaktopaya, you don't care about herd. It doesn't matter to you. In fact, you find more peace alone, being alone. You don't want all that parties and social dramas and things like that. So you are moving to the zone of Shaktopaya. You are finding more meaning of life within yourself. Anywhere you look outside, you see temporariness, you see all cunningness, you'll see all dirt, you'll see all hodgepodge, you'll see grassness. Why am I talking this again? I'm talking the same thing repeatedly in different languages. That is because I want you to ascertain and find out where you are. Don't wait for others to tell you where you are. You only honestly think where you are. You'll come to know whether you are in phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3. Shifting into awareness, we begin at phase 2. There is no phase 1 here. Anvopaya, there is no methods only. Not even a mantra is talked about here. So you will see those people who are attracted to this platform, this shifting into awareness, are people who are eligible for Shaktopaya. Automatically they will come here because their interest for Anvopaya is dropping. The herd, the group, the outward practices, the karmakanda, everything is not more anymore appealing. They want to go more subtler. They are finding something. That seeking only brings them here automatically. It's all vibrations. What you seek, you will get that type only. So here we begin at that. But as I say, even the highest zone of even Shambhopaya, if somebody is there, Pashu Vritya will be there. Animalistic instinct will be there. Even the instinct to save themselves, that is also there. And it will be there even in saintliness also. That animalistic instinct will be there. Or I don't want anybody to get anything else. Japta maro. My zone, my territory, me and mine. I will not allow anybody to get this. So that comes from Pashu Vritti only. Animalistic tendency. Oh. Ki I am very particularly concerned about me and my herd. I don't want to think about anybody else. So that can go at very high levels also. But Pashu Vritti will be there. Same way, even if people enter into Shaktopaya, the vrittis of Anvopaya will be there. It's not going to go easily. The quality, some vasanas will be there. That is why I'm telling you, even when people move, change the phase, the earlier phase qualities they will carry with them, samskaras. So let's say those who enter into Anvapaya, spiritual, suddenly they become spiritual. Awakening ho gaya, and suddenly before that what they were into the world, completely lost, not even knowing what they're doing. Maybe boozing, drinking, eating, merrymaking, partying, all those things going on. And one day they have an awakening. Suddenly they want to go to a spiritual master, or they want to learn a scripture, or they want to enter into a path. They want to do yoga. They want to do mantra japa. They want to sing a bhajan. They want to learn a mantra. So all these stutis, all these things will start emerging. That is awakening. But they are just coming from the world where they were doing all the party sharting, all group, herd. That tendency will not go. So that tendency will come into spirituality even in Anvapaya, and they will seek the same herd. There they were in party sharti, social, that type. Here they will seek now religious people or spiritualists or other seekers, so called. And they will come here, and the same, you watch, the same qualities they will repeat here, but only a little more divine. A divine name can be given for it. That is why I said, there you dance in the discotheque or in the pub or in big parties, rave parties and all that, and suddenly I become spiritual. I have an awakening. I come into spiritual. Then I come here and I dance on bhajans. I put a techno bhajan and I start tumka marna shuru kar do. That vasana which is there, that vritti is coming from there. Like the pashu vritti will not go. This also will not go very easily. It will take some time. You have to dance it out. That sanskara has to be burnt. So you dance and dance and dance. Then you'll find all spiritual, uh, techno savvy spirituality, the hippie culture, and all those things. And it's all on fad and glamour. And why the glamour? It's coming from the glamour world. My vasana is from the glamour world, but now I have become spiritual. So it's spiritual glamour. Vasana will not go so easy. There wo घिसना पड़ेगा. Spiritual glamour. There when you do it and do it and do it and do it, but time will come, you're fed up of that also. That also doesn't interest you anymore. पहले पार्टी शार्टी में नाचना, फिर उसके बाद सत्संग में नाचना. Both seem devoid. You want to simply be. You want to simply sit silent. Anywhere there is dance, you shy away from there. Anywhere there is hangama, even a divine party, kitty party जैसा होता है वैसा divine parties होता है. Every Sunday we will all come together and we will have this bandara, that bandara. Same kitty party now converted into bandara. Same vasanas, vrittis. So people are attracted there. Previously they will say शादी में ये बनाएंगे, बर्थडे पार्टी में ये बनाएंगे, लोग आएंगे. Here now in satsangs, the menu of bandara is given. ये बनेंगे, छोले बनेंगे, वो बनेंगे, and people are like, oh, first they will call up. What is there on Sunday? Oh, this is there. Okay, fine. They'll tell. चलो आज ये पकने वाला है. So you go for what is being paka out there. That is your attraction. And then a little bit of whatever satsang you can gather, you gather. That vasana is coming from there. So till that also पूर्ति जब तक नहीं होता, अध्यात्म भी शुरू नहीं हुआ है. ओके, ये सब तांडव चल रहा है. The real spirituality is not yet become, but these are all processes which is needed. This is called the grace of the Lord only. Through Maya only it will attract you. It will not suddenly make you spiritual. It will show you another Maya in spirituality also. So we are all Maya Yukt people. Panchendriyas are always hunting for Maya. So you are, the Lord also knows. You will not come like this. ऐसे हाथ नहीं आने वाले. तो इसको फंसाते हैं. So in spiritual terminology only, a new kind of illusion. But you enter, you get interested, and that's how the fishes are caught into the net of spirituality. And wo paay mein to aage. Now you keep dancing, you do all those things. After some time, that will go off because you have finished off those vasanas. Now those vasanas also are not giving it. So that is when you enter into Shaktopaya. Shaktopaya is more simpler, subtler, and loner. So it doesn't involve too much of people, too much of crowd. It is being very single. So those who are ready, such kind of people only can come here. You will see Anvopai people will not come here. Even if they come, they will run. That is the automatic filter. They might see me and come because once upon a time this guy was doing this, and then so let's go and do that. And they will come and see this guy is not doing it anymore. Bhaiya ek bhajan gao. I will say no entertainment for you. It is just like going to a party and somebody saying a ghazal gao bhai. A gana gao. Have you heard in parties? So previously when I used to go in birthday parties, they used to say, hey, sing a song. You sing nicely, sing a song. And then I will take the mic and begin. Bhavre ki gunjan hai mera, and everybody's enjoying. Now you go to spiritual kitty parties, they'll say, एक भजन गाओ भैया, बहुत अच्छा गाते हो. And then I will sing. शिव कैलाशों की, wow, all are in that. So these are those zones only. And I've been through all this. So I can explain it also very clearly. आज कुछ भी गाने का मन नहीं करता. You don't feel like. In fact, now if they ask me bhajans, I will sing filmy songs. They will run away. There's the best way to drive away people. Let's sing bhajans. You can see I went to my friend's house and his mother was telling me, hey, bhajan gayenge. I said, nahi, filmy gaane gayenge. And we sang filmy songs. I will make her, whenever she wants to sing bhajan, I'll make her sing filmy songs. I just want to make people aware of all these things. Vasana is a vasana. Those who are aware will simply catch it. Don't get unconscious in the name of spirituality. Something is divine doesn't mean it's holy, or something is holy doesn't mean it's divine. Not necessary. It can all be camouflaged. That's what I'm trying to expose here. It can all be camouflaged. So, what you feel is very beautiful, very nice. Maybe it's nicer than the before one, but not necessarily the nicest. So, everything slowly comes to a halt here. Now you are more absorptive. You're more absorbed. Previously, what it was? Previously, you will see Anvopaya, you are hyper dependent on somebody. Can you notice that? In Anvopaya level, you are very dependent on others. Without others, you can't do. And that is a level where even others means not just spiritual teams, even your homely people, family people, friends. Without friends, you can't do. So you can see, even in the first level, in the world, I'm too much in this world. Now the world is crashing and I've become spiritual. Now what I'll do, I'll go there and I'll ditch everybody. My friends, they're all, they booze and they're not good guy. These people, they gossip and all that. They're not good. I don't feel good with them. And family members and relatives and all that, all cunning, all crooked, not. And I become lonely and I've now become spiritual. Then I go into a community. Then what I do is, this is better than that family. That people, those previous people were so horrible. Now these people are elevated in consciousness. So this is my company. Now this is my family. These are my real friends. Previously they were not. But you see, all these real friends also are coming from that world, like you only. They will also carry the vasanas. So like mind, like so now there were different gossips. Here there will be different gossip. Here spiritual gossips. Who went to which guru? Who dodged how many satsangs? Who manipulated and got in somewhere? Who did politics where? Who kicked out somebody there? Who didn't allow somebody to come in front? Same dramas of the world, now spiritual. Can you see that? Vasanas are the same, quality has differed. So now it's a better spiritual gossip, but there is gossip. So these tendencies will be there. Dependency is there. There पहले दुनिया पर डिपेंडेंसी थी, अभी दुनिया ने हाथ दे दिया. अभी you catch the spiritual people. Until when this will go? जब तक spiritual लोग भी हाथ नहीं दे देते. They will learn lesson. है यहाँ पे भी ऐसे ही है. हाँ यहाँ पे भी माया है. There also there was Maya, and you thought now here is safety here. No, here also there is Maya. You have to learn that. Only when you get kicked there, you become ready for the higher. You will understand nobody can provide you anything, whatever you are looking, however great, spiritual, this, that, nobody from outside can fulfill you. That also you have to learn. My telling will not important. You have to learn. Go ठोकरे खाओ, अच्छे से खाओ, and then you will conclude. यहाँ पे भी वही है. Then कहाँ मिलेगा? These are all the things that I asked. Fed up with the world, I went into spiritual. And in the spiritual, the same kind of nonsense in a different degree. And I am like, धोबी का कुत्ता, ना घर का ना घाट का. Where should I go? You go that side, the world. You go this side, spirituality. Same everything there. Only quality is different. And that must happen to everybody. ना दाया ना बाया. फिर कहा भीतर, center. Neither here nor there. Where then? Center. See, this is how you are pushed inside. First, slowly it brings you. then it shakes you, and then it takes you within. That is what is exactly Ramana, what he means to say, that even the outer paths, outer guru will come and lead you to the inner guru and inner path. Inner path is the pathless path. Inner guru is your buddhi, intellect, your own light. So you can say ये भगवान का ही एक षड्यंत्र है, एक डिवाइन षड्यंत्र, all part of the play of consciousness. Otherwise you cannot come directly here. And that all happens in the Shaktopaya level. Some are even getting it in Anvopaya, but Shaktopaya also you will be crystal clear knowing that it's all inward only, there is nowhere out. That is when you have higher yearning for deeper scriptures. Like, who am I? I want to know about me. I want to go and abide in myself. Shivoham, Aham Brahmasmi. I have interest towards this. You'll see that apart from the Lord, there is no one interesting that you want to seek. But again, as I said, this the qualities, like you come from the world into Anvopaya, the samskaras of the world will be there still in Anvopaya level. Same way, when you cleanse up the outside world, the Anvopaya sanskaras will be there in Shaktopaya. So those tendencies will still be carried. So that is where the people get challenged here, because they come with their Anvopaya sanskaras here to these Shaktopaya programs. So they have a mentality of that. They love the herd, they love the concepts, they love all the projections there, the glamour world. They will bring here. They will try to project it here. Nahi aa raha, pakad. What is this? It's something else only. You have to give this up. Not ready. I want to run back. So they go into Anvapaya. Again, they will get some heated up there, and again they will run towards. I'm not telling here only. They will go to some other Shakti, but inwardly that tug of war is going on. And through bitter experiences or whatever, one learns and understands finally, yes, this is what I want. And once they move into that zone, they start settling deeper and deeper. The other aspects also will start fading away. Now, that phase of when they are fading away, they are given up their samskaras of Anvapaya. They shouldn't have. If they have, they cannot get a grip of Shaktopaya. So, first will be their challenges on that. Once those challenges go off, once they realize, oh, okay, it's all inside only, there's nothing outside, there's no need to run. All these are concepts. Oh my God, these are all concepts. And I was thinking this is real. Then you come across Yoga Vashishta and all these programs that like that, and then you learn so many things. You say, oh, all these are projections of our mind. Everything you mean? And then once that truth of Shaktopaya settles down, then you start practicing the Shaktopaya wholeheartedly. What happens then? You are making yourself eligible for Shambhopaya. Shaktopaya also, there are gurus involved. There are dikshas on these levels also. Not all the time, but most of the time. It can happen. But what I'm trying to tell is the outside dikshas are also the play of the Lord, because you are an outside person, you need from outside. But the more you become inside, the dikshas will happen inside. Grace will happen inside. Initiations happens inside. Shaktipata happens inside. Shambhopaya, all the initiations are inside of the Tivra level. Mand level, you need Guru. Madhya level, you may need Guru. Without also you can. But Tivra level, you will be initiated by Shiva himself. How do you become eligible? Tivra level. All this process that I told you have to, everything has to go. Only thing that remains is that consciousness, supreme consciousness. Other than that, you are not ready to cling on anything. The moment you become eligible for that, Tivra Shakti paths will begin. Then the initiation is between you and the Lord. No third party. Shifting into awareness prepares you for that. It prepares you for that. Because the third level cannot be taught, but you can be prepared for the third level. You can be told how to, you can be guided to become a Nirlam Yogi. But after that, it is all between you and the Lord. That is what Ramana says. You will be sucked inside. At that level, you feel that the I am the doer will go. Because Shaktopaya, the doership is working on. It's getting dissolved. Anvapaya is very strong. Shaktopaya, we learn I am not the doer. All the practices will be to dissolve the doership. Everything. Shifting more into awareness. Awareness is non-doership. So you begin living more in the mind, in the awareness, not in the mind and ego. The more you live with the mind and ego, you are Anvapaya. That is where we practice this divine presence and all that. See, at Shaktopaya, you are using the awareness of the mind. Okay? Who's the witnesser here? Mind. In Anvapaya, there is no witnesser only. Only the doer is there. Full doer. No witnesser at all. Even the meditator is a doer only. 100%. I am the yogi. I am the meditator. I am the one who is the worshipper. Everything me only. Shaktopaya, the me starts getting shaken. You start getting an idea. No, it's not all about me. It's someone else who's doing it. And I become more aware of that. Who I become aware means my ego is now becoming aware of subtler aspects. Shaktopaya here in shifting into awareness, we use that awareness. Awareness of the mind ego. So when I become aware of my body, who's this I? It's not the soul. It's the mind only becoming aware of this part, that part, everything, this, that. Oh, then where is the soul? That is where you go towards Shambhapaya. In Shambhapaya, you start learning that there is a witnesser. The soul who is there is a witnesser. It is the witness, it is the one who witnesses even your witnessing. I'm becoming aware of this, I'm becoming aware of that. There is someone else who's being aware of you, being aware of your body. Are you getting that? If you don't get it, don't break your head. That's what I said. These are all third phase talks. You will understand it sooner or later. Shaktopaya is completely that's that only. We are playing around with this awareness. But it's a very high level compared to Anmapaya. You become very subtle. You use the awareness of the mind. So you are living in awareness. You become aware of all the things around. Who's the one who's becoming things aware of the things around? Peripheral vision, for example. I'm aware of who's moving, who's going, who's this one who's aware? The ego. Aham is watching. Previously, the aham is only aware of the aham. Now it is going outside. It's becoming aware of a larger aspect. It is even becoming aware of itself. Oh, this is the aham. Oh, this is the mind. So, who am I? Process is when you do, when they say, become aware of the ego. Who becomes aware? The ego only. Ego becomes aware of itself. So, with these practices, when you keep on playing with the mind's awareness and deepen it and deepen it and deepen it, you become mind also becomes ati sukshma. Mind can watch itself. Mind can watch the ego. Now, once it has a grip, that is why I say you have to have a grip on your body. You must become aware of your body. Every part you must be aware. That's the mind. Because when you do that, you are training yourself to catch something very sukshma. Otherwise, you cannot catch. For that, you have to expand your awareness. Because the one you are trying to catch is expansion, it's infinite. So you have to have the tendency, the mind has to have the tendency of expanding. That is called Vishal Man. मन को विशाल बनाना है, संकुचित नहीं. When your mind is only concentrating on the ego, it is like me and mine. मैं, सब कुछ मैं. I, everything for me. I am only great. My happiness, my sorrow, my life. That's all that is concerned. Full egoistic. That is why I'm saying, telling, expand this mind from this me and mine. Please understand, you will not rise, you will not evolve until you don't catch this. You have to expand beyond your body, your life, your family, your dramas. Because if you're stuck in that, it is me and mine. You are aware, but you are aware only of your own dramas. You're aware of your body, you're aware of your family. That's all. You cannot expand more. The ones who expand more will see wonders. That's the first symptom. The one who has not expanded will be still in my country, my jati, my caste, my tradition, my path, my guru, my people, my family, my community, just stuck in this. That is still not nothing, it is. How can you experience Shiva nature, which is everything? Every atom is that. And my atoms are only limited to my family or my body or my little projections. How can it expand? That is why I'm telling. The training given here is to expand beyond everything. If you cannot keep saying, me, my family, it should extend to the state of Vasudeva Kutumbakam. That's your expand. That is Vishal Man. Man sankuchit hai, sikada hua, sirf one bits and pieces of me and mine. It's not going to experience. It has to go into Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Everything is your family. Not just the world, even the insects, the reptiles. You don't have to go and kiss the snake. But from inside, you will know that they are not separate from you. They are all playing their own games. Every species playing their own games. You don't have to go and hug a robber or a criminal. But internally, you know that's Chaitanya only playing a different role. Like you can see, infinite roles all around. But you'll see it is one Chaitanya only playing there. So that is the practice where we do in what we do here in Shaktapaya, shifting into awareness. It's more about oneness. You can see we have a page dedicated, a group dedicated to oneness. That is to encourage and inspire oneness. The message of oneness in everything. So now people I have seen, they're very difficult to give up all their tendencies of littleness or mindness. That is why they still come with their philosophy of my path. The Namah Shivaya gang will come. The Hari Om gang will come. The Hamdulillah gang will come. The Praise the Lord. वो वासना ही नहीं जा रही है. छाप दिया है किसी ने आपके ऊपर, थप्पा लगा लिया, यू आर दिस गैंग. वो जा ही नहीं रही है ब्रांड. Until your brand doesn't go, you cannot get into Shambhapaya. Impossible. Try it if you want. Take the same limited tendency and try to go higher. You will not. You will collapse, like you will come tumbling down the hill. Cannot go there. You have to break. That is all your concepts of branded. You cannot be branded. Soul, can it be branded? And you are trying to find who am I? Who are you? Unbranded Chaitanya. It cannot be captured into anything. And you want to realize that, and you don't want to give up your brands. You don't want to give up your habits. So people who write Namah Shivaya to me, I'll still write to them Alhamdulillah. Or if they say Hari Om, I'll say something else. This is to break that barrier. I have no grudge against any of these. But the tendency that I can see is so strong that you have a strong tendency to realize the truth, but you have a strong tendency to hold on to those concepts. That will take you nowhere. So I either tell, give up your concepts or go back into those concepts and live. Do at least one thing completely. Why are you hanging around? Why are you dangling like a fool? It's a foolish game. You're simply dangling around there forever. Either you go there and complete your vasana and get fed up with it and rise up, or you give it up and move to the next zone. Live up the concepts and become free. That is where you are heading. So that zone is a very troublesome zone where we are still learning. And we have to learn that oneness, vastness. I belong to no caste, no path, no community, no identity, no kul. I am neither a Brahman nor a Kshatriya nor a Rudra. What are the other two? Brahman, Kshatriya, Shudra. And what is one more? It simply went out of my mind. Because that should go. Even those other two words should go. There's nothing like that. All stupidity. Vaishya. So something I had posted on Mystical Mystics once. And somebody came to argue there. I don't remember what it was, but that argument was there on something. And I could see that person got triggered. Yeah, it was Jiddu Krishnamurti's some message. And he will always talk about this, what I'm telling. Jiddu Krishnamurti is one who has gone beyond. He's a very high state of consciousness. Osho is still on, I can tell you, it's still on Shaktopaya, Osho's teachings. Jiddu is Shambhapaya, straight. Very difficult to catch what he's telling because he'll talk Nirlamba, complete, and he's very authentic. One of the most genuine masters, Jiddu Krishnamurti, and most not very loved. So if you want fun and all, Osho is good. The one to break your concept, Shaktopaya, breaking concepts, Osho is the best. But once you transcend that, then Jiddu. No mercy even for Shaktopaya. So I had put some posts and somebody came and they got offended and were telling something. I looked into that profile and found that Adi Shankaracharya's post is there. Oh. So the message was something that Jiddu said, go beyond even Brahmins. Or, yeah, it was not Jiddu Krishnamurti, it was Kashmir Shaivism. Lakshman Jew's words that everybody is eligible for grace. Now, these people of some cults will believe that grace means only they are eligible because they know Vedanta. So that person told me, advised, if you do not know, go and learn from somebody who knows the scriptures. And I told her very carefully, I don't need to go to anybody who knows the scriptures. I would rather read the scripture myself. Because I don't want to take the interpretation of somebody else. What somebody has puked, why should I go there? My guru had told me this. If you have to read, read the Vedas. Don't read anybody's puked stuff. Read the Upanishads. Direct from the source. But you should have the capability. That's another thing. If you don't have the capability, then you will have to go to somebody who's puking. And I said, I don't prefer. Then I came to know it's coming from Adi Shankaracharya. Then I told her, straight pointed there, I said, Adi Shankaracharya was given an experience by Shiva himself of the Chandala experience. He had forgotten that he is an Advaitin master. He's teaching even Advaita because when practically he came across Chandala, Chandala is a low caste person, untouchables. Chandala was standing and he was having his bath and coming. So bath means purified. Brahman tendency that is. They feel having bath means purified. Body is purified. Atma. So Shiva gave that example. When he came outside, he saw the Chandala, Adi Shankaracharya, and he said, "Hut, move, move aside, step aside. I have to pass because they are untouchables." He forgot his own teachings. And then the Chandala said, "Whom are you asking to step aside? Me or my Atman?" And he asked, "Will you get polluted?" See, that was a reminder to Adi Shankaracharya that, yeah, whom am I asking to step aside? Somebody reminded him because that was Shiva in Chandala, that untouchable. And he contemplated, I am the spirit. I am Atman. How can I get dirty? What he said is true. Who will get dirty? Who will get impure? He learned a lesson. And that is projected in the whole thing. Like he learned a lesson that Shiva is in everybody, even in the untouchables. So there is no need to be partial that I'm a Brahman, I'm a this, I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a Shudra. Nothing. So that simply meant that because in that lineage it was very strong, Shastra should be read only by Brahmins. Nobody else is eligible. Only Brahmins can read it. That is why this girl got offended. Nobody else is supposed to. So she's telling me go and read it from somebody eligible. I said I don't want to read it from any cult because I understand the scriptures just by reading it. And without reading it also, some knowing is there from inside. So you don't need it. And I asked her if Adi Shankaracharya had really learned that lesson, that there is no eligibility, that anybody is eligible for grace, not only a Brahman, then why till now only Brahmins are there in that post? All the eligibility is given only to the Brahmins. And today I asked, what is the condition of all the posts? All are fighting between each other. All the Shankaracharyas are not even in unison. They're not talking even the same thing. Advaita to dur ki baat. The topic is gone way miles beyond what the Advaita Tattva of what Adi Shankaracharya was trying to. So I said, I relate by these things. I question all these things. You might be a diehard follower. You follow. I'm not a follower. I think about it and I can see it. It's not clear. And I don't agree with it. If everybody is eligible, there should be no partiality. As Brahman, everybody should be eligible. And there are, mind you, there are worthy people who are beyond the caste. Who was Kabir? He was a weaver. Chandala, untouchable. What is his stature? What are the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ? Somebody fisherman, somebody a carpenter, somebody a potter, somebody a blacksmith. All raised to high levels. Jesus saw there is no barriers here. He chose from the downtrodden. And you'll see all these great saints of India. All are from the lower jati only. All the avadhutas you see, especially, all are from the niche ke varg ke. Still, we don't learn a lesson. Still, hamara kul, hamara jati, hamara seat belt. Stick on with it. I don't agree with it. And I will not agree with it. I will not talk about it. Eligibility is everybody's, it's everybody. Everybody has the right to it. I have faced this even in systems, in cults, where eligibility is very strong. There is a certain eligibility. There is a bias. There is partiality there. So if you are dark skinned, you are less eligible. If you are from a different caste, creed, community, religion, you are less eligible. How many people can grant my eligibility there? But I am telling you, According to what I saw there, I was even more eligible than others there, sitting there and doing all the Shastras. I could see the eligibility level on that level. As to what is being told in Advaita, nobody is getting it. What is the eligibility then? Doing all this Karmakanda is eligibility? Reading mantras or Jai Jaikara or saying Namah Shiva is, or Hari Om or Hare Krishna is your eligibility? And those who don't say is not eligible? I care a damn for it. I will not hesitate put this also in reels. It is the truth. It's not I am saying here only. I don't care. And they can always oppose me. They can come. And nobody will come also because they know I'm talking the truth. So these things, authenticity, what we are talking, it comes as you move ahead. As you move ahead, you drop all these concepts. You cannot fathom with it. And it's your hardcore experience. It's not by learning. That has to come. Then only you are eligible for the higher Dikshas or Shaktipata, which comes from a tattva that follows what I am right now saying, impartiality. The Shiva tattva doesn't care for any partiality. The Supreme doesn't care. If it would have, then it wouldn't have granted me what it has granted. You remain stuck in systems, you're gone. But you open yourself up to the higher grace, anybody is eligible to it. You simply open your heart, and there it is. So the whole eligibility is in becoming so sukshma that you're ready to give up all these. And that's why I say the third level is little difficult, but we are all training for that. I don't see anybody on that level here, on that phase here, on who we are talking about level 3, because there are bindings of the mind. There are a lot of bindings. There are a lot of concepts. There are a lot of things, samskaras coming from the world, from Anvopaya, from Shaktopaya. Those things are there, subtle, subtle, subtle. All that has to get cleared. And when all that gets cleared, all that remains is only you and the Lord. Now you question yourself. If you think I'm telling lies, you question yourself. I've asked this before. Third phase means, are we in that state that if an opportunity comes, well, let's say the Lord only comes and say, come with me. Let's go. You who are so fond of the Lord, who are praying day and night, oh Lord, and the Lord comes, will you go? You'll not go. So many things behind. What are you crying for, Lord, Lord? Bakwas hua na? Fake love, na? So till it becomes original love, it is still work is there. That original love is that. If you have to leave, the thing is you are ready with it. Who can be ready? The one who has finished all their dramas. The one who has got it very, very clear that this life and the things are not mine. If I am still stuck in my ego, what does my ego means? I will become a mother, I will become a father, I will become a husband, I will become a wife, and all these identities are very strong. Ego is very strong. Anvopaya you need again. Shaktopaya is needed again. Gis giske, these identities should go. Then you live just as presence. You don't live as ABCD. None of these identities. You are living just in presence. That is why we are doing living in presence. Practicing Shaktopaya. So, till you come to that level where you are only finding yourself as presence, not any identity. I'm neither a son, I'm neither a husband, I'm neither a brother, I'm neither this, that, nothing. It's all your dramas. You play the dramas. I know and I'm aware I'm none of these. Because I'm stuck. The body is stuck in this whole prarabdha. That is stuck. I must know I am stuck. My body is stuck. I am not stuck. Body is stuck. Who is this body? This body is that relation. So let that relation live. No problem. I'm not telling don't live. Let it live. But I am not that. I am not the husband, wife, brother, sister, mother, father, son, daughter. I am not that. My body is that. So you must be able to see your body playing that role and all the other crooks playing with that body. Crooks means ignorant. They have not got it yet. So you can't blame them. That's okay. You have compassion. Oh, they don't understand. Poor thing. They don't understand. Let them play. You don't get carried away with their dramas. Somebody is playing a drama, then you get carried away. No, you play. You can't help it, you can't. But I can help myself. I'm not going to get stuck in. That's my journey. It's my personal journey. Because all these dramas are only till the body is there. When your body is not there, who's there? Everything will go. Somewhere we know it. We have the knowledge that all this will go with the body. But still we are unable to give up. That reluctance to give up, that is called that ego. That Shaktopaya is still under progress. There is a lot of work here. There's a lot of work here. So you have to undergo. Then you can't say, no, I want to only be in who am I. I cannot do inner child healing. Arey, Bewakoof. You're still not understanding. All these clutches which you are getting, me, mine, all this stuff is coming from all these wounds and things and dramas and victimization. Go and get rid of them. Release all these clutters. Then you'll have breathing space to even think of I am not this body. Without that, how can you even think about it? There's a lot of groundwork also needed. So those who have not properly done Anvopaya sometimes can be here stuck in that. For them, I guide them. Go to that level, to the victim level, and then clear it off. Many of you are doing it excellently. It's beautiful. It'll take time. Let it go. Keep doing it. Keep doing those processes. Inner child, inner alchemy. Do it very sincerely. Not ada adura, and somebody has to remind you, then you do it. That's upon you. Because sometimes we feel, no, that's not my cup of. Hey, you need it. That's why you are there. If you have been pulled into it, you need it. As simple as that. And you have to give completion to it. Without that, you cannot think of this. So if you try to come into that Shambhupaya, shortcut, short circuit hoga, you'll not be able to tolerate it. Many such things will be there. Cannot. You are not eligible for Tivra Shaktipat also. Tivra means what? It will burn you. Everybody wants higher dikshas. But is my body, is my mind, is my emotions, is all these shariras capable for it? What is capability? I have to empty of this dirt. What is dirt? Mala. Anav mala, karma mala, maya mala. Three malas are full stuck in this. And I don't want to go and do this process of clearing the impurities because I think I'm very pure. I want only higher gyan. It will not happen. You will see many people who are doing these slowly things in a period of time, they will get purified and go ahead. But I'll be stuck in that concept only that I want direct. Because if I'm not eligible, that grace will not flow. It will not harm. Shiva won't kill you. The Shiva that is naturally enlightening inside you won't kill you. It will go step by step only. Ego can kill. Suicide. What is ego? I want to do Mahakali sadhana. I want to do Dhumavati sadhana. I want to do Bhairava sadhana. Why? Because I want to get there. Who's this? The impure one. And you pull in those energies that is so ruthless. That's why I said ego dies. Shiva will never kill. Ego will kill itself. The body cannot handle it. So you cannot get into those higher sadhanas or techniques until you are eligible to a certain level. And the beauty of everything is you don't have to sit and do those higher levels. Your work is only to unclutter and purify. Rest happens. That is Tivra Shakti. In that also three level. Tivra Mand, Tivra Madhyama, and Tivra Tivra. Tivra Tivra is the final, where that Shaktipat happens from within only, explosion. That is Udyamo Bhairava. Udyam ho gaya usko. Sunrise. uh, Completely expanded Bhairava. Udyamo Bhairava, the final part. But that happens from within. We cannot do that. No guru can give Tivra Tivra Diksha, because we must understand the Lord is functioning through the guru only. All the mediators also, the Parabhairava only works through them. And whichever level they are eligible, that way the cleansing keeps happening. Those individuals are never doing it. Gurus are never doing it. It is not, no guru can say, I have done this. I have cleansed people. I have raised people on the conscience. No, it's false. It is only when that I moves aside only that Parabhairava functions through the one body or that medium, Madhyama, who's eligible for it. Because somebody is eligible through that vessel, many are made eligible. Who's working? Same grace through someone. So it only finds multiple mediators as the mala is more. As the mala shuddhi happens, purification happens, it takes over by itself. It can handle, because now the seeker is capable enough to handle that high voltage. Till then, that Shiva also will not give you high doses because you can't bear it. So that's the journey. You see, I'm talking the same only in the past 2-3 months. I've been talking the same thing, not more than this. 5-6 months, I'm talking the same subject, because that is what will make us eligible for the phase 3, even experience. That is why, even if I talk about subjective experience, you cannot have it. I tried it in 2 retreats. It will not happen because we cannot fathom it. There is still work on the other. So we cannot bypass it and go there. You have to understand, purify at this level, then only make yourself so ready that the Lord overtakes. Then there is no teacher in between. There is no medium in between. It is completely between you and personal affair. Completely. And that is the most beautiful part. Because there, the one who overtakes you is only trying to tell you, you are not that, I am you only. You have imagined yourself as somebody else. Now, when I overtake you, you are me only, and I am you only. That's what's being told. That is Shiva. So that's where the beautiful journey completely unfolds. But we must become eligible for it. And for that, whatever it takes, we must honestly and sincerely look into this and do what has to be done. If I find this is there for me to do, I simply go ahead and cooperate with the grace. When I am sincere and honest in my intention, I am, remember this, I am cooperating with grace. That is, thy will be done. I am helping you help myself. That is why it said, God helps those who help themselves. God will not help somebody who are lazy. Who say, I don't want to help myself. Oh God, you come. God helps those who helps themselves. So this is the help that I'm trying to talk about. So again, something spontaneously made me speak this. I was intending to speak silence between the words, and something else happened here. That's what I'm trying to tell. What is needed only will happen. Whatever I try, it's not going to happen. Whatever is right only will happen, because we sit here with that, thy will be done. You do it. We don't do anything. So there also we can understand why this flow is in that manner. But yes, we must have glimpses of those also. We can do it in little more higher because once this month is also over, I plan to now slowly move to the higher programs again. Almost 2 months passed. We are not doing any of those higher ones. All these only. And even the gap is too long. Now I think one webinar took place. Now already one Sunday is gone. This Sunday also we are not having anything. So it's like the gaps are long. Gaps are long because I want you to do it. That's why I'm supporting you with these satsangs and trying to help you with the follow-ups. The last time we had one follow-up. I hope you're doing that. The self-apology. And many of you wrote about that. So even those who could not get anything in the first follow-up or the main one, yesterday wrote, my God, these things happened. I was not experiencing anything, but now it's experiencing. I'm experiencing this. Good. So somewhere you have to find where is that point which if I prick will burst my ego. There are weak points and I have to find those sensitive. These are all these follow-up sessions are only methods are only giving you hints. One thing will work somewhere. Somebody also wrote, I went into the apology. I could feel the hurt and everything is there, but I don't feel like crying or there is no reaction. But I can sense it. It's unearthed. I can see. I can realize. But that hurt is there, but I can't release it or I can't cry. This is because the ego is very strong. Who doesn't cry? Ego. Who doesn't forgive? Ego. Who doesn't want to forgive? Ego. Who doesn't want to let go? Ego. You'll see the people more humble they are, they'll easily let go like this. And if I have too much of that ahamvriti in me, will not forgive easily. No way. And some people say, I can't. Even in the programs they sat and they say, no, I can't take this. What is the reason? Reason is I still can't believe that this injustice is happening to me. I can't let go of this idea that I deserve this. Life is treating me bad. So I don't think this is true. How can it be? I'm trying to ask, I'm trying to justify. And I simply can't forgive. People have done this, that. And then again the person is giving excuses. You know, if you go like this way, the fault is theirs. They should have done this. Ego is very strong. Anav, not Anav, Karmamal. And this is the Anvopaya. Very, very strong. So if this is very strong, you cannot enter into healing. The healer is always subtle. Ego can never heal. So both ways you have to be very careful. You have to understand this. The crier can be ego. The non-crier also can be ego. Who's the crier? The ego. Only crying. Victim. Oh my God, this happened to me. The pain is so horrible. Why this happened to me? This shouldn't have happened. I don't deserve this at all. And crying and crying and crying and crying. No end to it. Bandini ora. Tap is on. The healer is not activated only. It's going on. Brooding and brooding. That's ego. And the other is I refuse to forgive. I cannot cry over it. I feel the wound is so strong. That hurt is so strong that I can't cry. Can you see people? Sometimes when people die, they enter into a state of shock. They will neither cry. They cannot cry. They will be just mob. And people try to make them cry. Have you seen this in some films or sometimes reality also? Cry, cry, cry. They will be just staring there. Somebody is dead. They'll tell he's dead, not there, and all that. Isko rulao, isko rulao. Why? Otherwise, that person will go mad. Ego can't take it. I cannot accept the realities of life. I want to go according to what I believe is true. I believe that there cannot be death. What will happen? I'll freeze. Ego is frozen. जितना ज्यादा हट करे, जितना ज्यादा जिद करे, उतना ज्यादा तकलीफ. These are all very simple processes. I have to every time be aware that I am nothing. So the one who is balanced only can catch all these things. The one who knows to cry and who knows to laugh also is the winner. The one who cries is the victim, and the one who laughs is awareness. Awareness has taken over the victim. That is why I said a time will come in your life when you will simply laugh at all these jokes of all the things that you lost in life. You have been brooding and crying. This happened, that happened. This person said this to me, that person said this to me. My people, home people did this way, my home people did that way. He goes on, going on. How long? I'm upset, I'm angered, I'm triggered, I'm mood off, I'm depressed, I want to commit suicide. Ego. And another phase is when they sooner or later understand the more I give into this, the more I'll suffer. I don't want to suffer. And then they rise in consciousness and then they see the drama of everything. Why am I taking all this seriously? I want to clear myself. This is too much bottled up. I'm suffocated till here. I want to release everything. Release them. Cry it out. Vent it out. Forgive. Let go. Give out all the kachada. Who wants it? And you do all this purging and this, that, everything you let go. No, I don't feel like crying. Don't cry. Be bottled up. Whom are you doing the damage? If you feel you have to clean it, that intention itself will clean it. I don't want this dirt in my life. I want to be free. You can never say, I want to be free, and then it's not happening. No, you are fooling yourself. If you want it, it will happen. And the more you puncture yourself, it's like puncturing the ego. It will go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And one day will come as you go on, giving it up. One day will come where you will sit thinking and even smiling at anything. Over this petty things, I was like breaking my head. It might be the most strongest thing that you are saying. Oh, you don't know how attached am I to my family. All these people mean everything to me. One day will come, you'll look at that also and smile. Family? What family? For those who have gone beyond it, there is no family, there is no relatives, there is no enemy, there is no friend. All are like same only. Your friend, your family can be your friends, your family can be your enemies also, and you don't treat them anything different, special. There is nothing special. Those who say these are special are still bound by me and my. छोटा सा संसार है इनका. ये हमारे है. पकड़ के रखो हमारे है. ये हमारे ही आपको सिखाएंगे आगे का अध्यात्म. So Nirlamba state is where you are free from all hooks. I belong to no one, no one belongs to me is the end statement that you will realize. And that is a Nirlambi. Shiva is that state. Do you understand? Shiva belongs to everyone, but yet belongs to none. Can you get that? Check it out. God belongs to everyone, but belongs to none. Can you understand that? God belongs to everybody, but you can't capture him. You can't hold him as mine. You can't force him to tell me I'm yours. Like relationship, they say. We force each other and tell. Prove it that you are mine, I'm yours. And tell it. And sometimes until you hear it, you are not convinced. You want people to tell you. You want people to express it to you again and again. You belong here, I belong to you. Especially in the family dramas. That is why people are struggling. There is no belonging here. And they feel upset. I don't feel I belong only in this family. Nobody cares for me. That's the truth, my dear. Nobody cares for you. Why are you putting out all the dramas then? You don't want to get free of that concept that you have held. No, everybody. Family means care. Relatives means care. It is nothing other than the other world only. It's just like interaction with the whole world. There's nothing special there. You are calling it special because you have some good karmic give and take. That give and take has kept you engaged and entangled and attached. That is why you give special preference to it. The other part of the world doesn't have all that. That's the only difference. And I'm telling you, finish your karmic lane then unke sath, even that will go off. They will become strangers. If you want, you check it out in your life. All those who called yours, you're my people. You see, when the karmic rina, give and take is over, they have gone far away from your life. Today, you don't even know where they are. Can you recollect such people in your life who once upon a time were your life, were everything to you? And today, you don't even know where they are. What has happened? You sometimes you there's no necessity to even fight. Nothing happened, but just drifted away. Why drifted away? Karmic game is over. That's all life is. You come together, you come close only because of karmic dramas. That a Shaktopaya seeker will see it in awareness. Oh, this is nothing but a give and take that's going on. Some give and take. The one who lives in this kind of an awareness, this is nothing but give and take, will never be bound in moha, will never get attached, will never fall for attachments. Because everywhere they're saying, oh, this is a karmic game. Whatever relation you name, you give that. Internally, you are aware, karmic game going on, karmic game going on. And that karmic game will end one day. It has to end. Or it has to increase or decrease or end. It's all upon us. It can increase, then it will carry forward to next Janma. Or it can decrease and give you more and more relief. Or it can become neutral. You finished it. So that is what is meant by finishing, completion, giving completion. One program we were supposed to do, I think we'll do it next Sunday or uske baad ka. Releasing karmic ties. It's very important. We did it many months back. Where you can actually release karmic ties with everybody, not just whom we have fought with. Everybody is karmically connected. Karmic rina hai, that is why you are stuck here. So those who want to go to phase 3 will want. Those who say, no, I want to just maintain this a little more will say, no, 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 no. I don't want. And let me finish only with those who I'm fought with. जिसके साथ झगड़ा हुआ है and I'm having some guilt or something. I want to release that karmic karma. But the rest who are giving me some santona, let it be. Let it be. Then we are Shaktopaya people. We are not yet on the Shambhopaya. So that you have to ascertain. That only you can decide. When are you ready for it? Whenever you are ready for it, then you are eligible for Shambhopaya. You are eligible automatically for self-realization or moksha or whatever you call it. Mukti, freedom, or become merging with the God. You are eligible for it. Till the time you are entangled these things, it's very difficult. Is cutting cords different from cutting karmic ties? Cutting cords is very temporary. It is only momentary. Psychically, people are connected to each other. Karmic dramas only. Everything is karmic drama only. So psychically, each are eating each other's energy. Somebody is unhappy with somebody, they will get hooked. Constantly, they'll be thinking of them and they'll be sucking their energy. They'll feel good, they'll feel drained from home. So cutting cords is very important. When you feel yourself drained, that can help you only till there. When you're finding simply for no reason, you're a happy going person, but your mood is going on because that energy is that way. Sometimes you see, you enter the house, you'll feel negative energy there. You will come very happily, but you are gone down. That means high source of psychic vampires. So cut cords, cleanse your aura and cleanse your connections. Cut off all the connections, cutting cords. Here you will feel sudden relief. So these kind of things, remedies, cutting cords are only for that. Whoever is ethically connected. Karmic connections means you actually go deep and you know इसके साथ ये लेन देन है, and then you consciously give completion to it, and ethically also you give completion. One way is by dissolving everything into light, and the other is consciously, in the conscious jagrita avastha. You are consciously giving completion, because for that you need high level of awareness. Everything that's happening, you should know this is karmic drama going on. Somebody is doing something to you, you know a give and take is going on there. So if you know, you will withdraw. You will not play the drama again. If you don't know, you will continue it. You cannot cut the karmic ties there. So living in that zone is very important, to cut karmic ties, to clear, release karmic ties. So there you will come to a zone like जिसको जो लेना है लेके जाओ, जिसको जो देना है दे के जाओ. You'll not play anything else. You're supposed to give, you'll just give and finish it up. You know it's karmic drama. You don't want to develop that relationship. You don't want to keep promoting that relationship more. Finish it off, whatever is there. Get get complete. Oh, I have something to give you back. I'll give it to you. No problem. It might be anything. It might be love. It might be support. It might be money. Or I have to take something from you. I take it from you. But I'm aware, fully aware, that everything that's happening is a transaction. So in that way, what happens is most of the thing I am consciously giving completion. Because if I'm not conscious there, I can get entangled with that drama and create more trouble, more karmic dramas. So karmic ties include living consciously on it, and secondly, blasting things out in a very high conscious level. Going, raising your consciousness to that level, and there is a higher self of yours, there is a lower self. They also have a higher self and lower self. Okay? Lower self is the ego self, the mind. That's very lower. It's called the lower mind. Some people call it lower mind and higher mind. Lower self and higher self is the same concept. Higher self means the awareness. It's aware. Lower means the mind, it's not aware. So you come into your higher self, the higher self knows everything. It's impartial. And you even summon the other person's higher self. So now you are not talking even ethically to the lower self of that person. You are talking to the higher self of that person. In cases where there are too much of dramas, enmity and this and that, at that time you actually communicate with the higher self of that person, because that lower self will never understand. You can't call up that person and talk. They'll flare up. Most of the time, healing also is done in that manner. I don't want to get into that zone, but healing also is done in that manner. When somebody refuses to take healing, somebody who's very much in the lower, and healing is rejected, healing is sent to that person and that person rejects, because that person is living in the lower mind. Then you don't send healing to that, but you send healing to the higher self, and the higher self accepts it, because the higher self is always aware. Everybody has a higher self that is aware, that consciousness. Anyways, we are not going into the healing zones and all, but karmic ties is done on that level. That we will be doing on one level, on one Sunday. Why don't we poison our ego? Then we are good to go. Why don't we poison our ego? Ego is already poisoned. I didn't get you, Vishavji. What does that mean? Poison our ego? If you are trying to ask, why don't we dissolve our ego? It is impossible for me to dissolve my ego, because the one who is trying to dissolve the ego is the ego itself. That is why this cannot be done from the lower mind. I might know about it, but I can't do anything about it until I raise my consciousness. Anyways, finally, I wanted to tell about that thing only. When you come to that Shambhapaya level, now you're becoming aware of your body, your mind, your surrounding, your this and that. You're aware of life, you're aware of karma, you're aware of give and take, you're aware of concepts, you're aware of everything. You're floating, you're aware of things. But all this is still in the mind, ego zone only. Till where can you project? Till where your mind goes. So your limitation is there. Your awareness has a limitation when it's from the mind. Your body has limitation. Your koshas have, it's all limited. When you expand further, then this awareness becomes aware of awareness. Means the ego or the mind awareness is aware of the body, of the koshas, of this and that and everything. And finally it becomes aware of awareness itself, of the soul. So it's like you are looking down everything and becoming aware of everything, and you expand here and then you look up to the one who's looking down at you. Atman is there. Atman is the one who's looking at you doing all this awareness work. I'm aware of this, I'm aware of that, body, this, soul. You're doing everything. You're expanding, you're looking into your relation. But all that is happening here, this one is watching you. This is the Atman. This is the witness. This is the subjective awareness. So you are doing all this objectively. The day you turn up and watch this guy, there, there is something. So awareness becomes aware of the one who is aware. Awareness, this awareness which is there, this has special quality. This is third level. I don't know if you'll understand it. This one, this awareness is that awareness that is aware of itself. When this awareness moves down, it becomes aware of the mind, ego, then this awareness only takes this form. But if it retracts back, it becomes aware of itself. It is not aware of itself because it is aware of something else through the ego. When it becomes aware of the ego, everything it's connected with the ego, it becomes aware of that. That is why this ego has to be dissolved, they say. If you dissolve this ego, then it comes back to its original state and it's aware of itself. Self is aware of itself. Shiva is aware of itself. Nothing other than the self. When awareness is aware of nothing other than the self, that is mukti. When awareness is aware of something other than the self, that is drama. So right now, awareness is aware of many things through our ego and minds. So see, it might even you might understand a bit of it or whatever that is idea it is. That's level 3, what we are talking about. So to come to that kind of an experience or even that practice, so much of things has to be dissolved in this ego mind level, and that is you are full of those concepts and philosophies which you are not ready to give up. Concepts, philosophies, your attachments, your entanglements, you're completely stuck in these things only. Until you finish it all, you cannot understand this level. Okay, any questions on today's? Vishav, you would like to rephrase that? I didn't get it yet. You can speak it out directly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, poison your ego means to dissolve your mind.
Okay.
That's what I meant. If you kill your ego, then you're all blank. Then you are receptive of everything what comes to you.
Right. But
That's
you
why
were
I said that.
why
Then
are
you're
we
good.
not why are we not dissolving is your question, right?
No, no, no. It's not like why I'm not uh, dissolving it. I'm just saying if we somehow know how to dissolve our ego, and then we good to go. Then we can achieve whatever we want to achieve.
Yes, but that's what I said. This is not possible because the one who's trying to dissolve is the ego itself. Who is
Mm-hmm.
this one who wants to dissolve? It's me, the I. So
Mm-hmm.
this mind only wants to dissolve the mind. How is that possible? That's suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And ego will never die on its own. Ego doesn't want to die actually. You see, what is preventing us from all, in spite having all this gyan, all this knowledge, all these things about attachment, detachment, everything we know. But why, despite knowing it, we are not able to do? Because it's the ego only. Ego doesn't
Mm-hmm.
want to die. There is only one way to kill the ego, to dissolve it completely, is that you shift from ego to awareness. You have to move to awareness, and this operation has to be done from awareness level only. When the awareness expands and shines its light on the shadow called ego, the shadow will disappear.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way. But the shadow cannot sit imagining that I have to disappear. It will never disappear.
Mm-hmm.
It is just like, see, for example, saying, I want to die right now. However frustrated I am, and I say, I want to finish my life, still a part of me will not want to die.
Mm-hmm.
See, that part only will only put in WhatsApp status, and that, because it wants to die, it says, but then it's simply playing the game. It doesn't want to die on the other side. That's why it's playing all the games. So it's just like that only. Mind and ego can never kill itself. If you have to kill, you have to go. Like an asura cannot kill itself. You need to go to the Shiva. You need to go to the gods. And God is light. So light only can kill. That is why they say Guru. Guru
Mm-hmm.
kills the darkness in me. I cannot kill it. That is why I go to the Guru. What is the
Mm-hmm.
purpose of going to the Guru? Because I am again, I am darkness myself. How can darkness kill itself? So I go to the Guru. Guru, the destroyer of light. That is the meaning of Guru,
Mm-hmm.
the destroyer of darkness. Guru
Darkness.
means light.
Mm-hmm.
Guru means the one who dispels darkness is known as the Guru. So he, because he is shining, he
Mm-hmm.
will, his light, when it falls on my darkness will disappear. So I have to submit or surrender myself to the Guru. Means
Mm-hmm.
the one who destroys my darkness. Here in this case, I am telling your Guru is your awareness. I have to submit and surrender my darkness to that. So when that takes over, this will disappear. When the Guru
Mm-hmm.
takes over, the darkness will disappear. Either ways you take it. That's the only simple meaning of the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. Even the Guru concept is for that only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our inner Guru, what we are talking, inner mind, awareness is our Guru. Didn't I say this Guru Tattva, Skanda, the light, that is our Guru. So when you
Mm-hmm.
surrender to that, so for that I have to shift into awareness. I cannot operate from here. That is all this concept of shifting into awareness. I shift, raise my consciousness, and from awareness I operate. See
Mm-hmm.
how difficult it is for inner child healing, inner alchemy. When I am in the darkness, I'm paining. It's paining. I'm crying. I'm not crying. All these dramas are happening down here. You go into awareness, you'll laugh at the stupidity. You raise your consciousness, you'll simply heal.
Mm-hmm.
Because your inner guru is activated, that guru only is healing you. Are you getting that? So
Yes.
the
Yes.
concept, these are all the same concepts. So those who cannot catch this concept need an outer guru,
I see.
need somebody from outside, because from outside you have to listen. That person has to discipline you, that person has to tell you, guide you, motivate you, inspire you, make you do this, make you do that, and
Mm-hmm.
all under that whip. You have to, because I cannot, because if I live on my own, I'll do any nonsense. So I go and
Mm-hmm.
submit to somebody who can take care of me, and they will whip again and again. What they are doing is this only, roaming all these things. So when a time comes when I understand this, I go to my inner guru. There I cannot play the game. Why we go to the outer guru? The outer guru will not allow you to play games.
Mm-hmm.
They can see the nonsense and they will point it out. Simply they will point it out. So there I cannot play the game. So either I go, and the same thing is inside. So when I'm talking about awareness, it needs a very high evolved state of consciousness. If I am in the Anvapaya and if I try to practice awareness, it's a big problem. Those who have not yet evolved to that state, it is not for them.
It is not.
Because what happens is they will try to come here and try to get in touch with their inner guru and play the same games that they're playing with the outer guru. They're also hide and seek they're playing. Now here inside also they will play hide and seek. So it will not work. That is why Shaktopaya level only, when person has matured to that level, this is ruthless. The guru is always ruthless. Your intellect also should be ruthless. It should
Mhm.
catch every cunningness of fear. Then only it. This is one good indication. How do I know if my inner guru is activated? It will catch every cunningness of mine. One little cunningness also it will catch and tell, hey, I know.
Mhm.
Don't play that game.
Mhm.
But if you skip that, and then an outside person is telling you, no, you are playing a game, that means you are not ready yet to catch your inner guru. You still need an outer guru only. The outer guru will know your cunningness and point it
Mhm.
out, which is you are skipping here.
Mhm.
So I have to realize by that, am I eligible yet? And that is in Shaktopaya we try to tell. But the whole strictness come from there. All these points that we are making is to make
Mhm.
us eligible for that inner guru only.
I see.
Okay. Any other questions, anybody? So I would love to have those kind of satsangs, even in retreats, especially in level higher levels of phases where we don't have to run around everywhere, the temples and mountains and this and that. You simply sit and you are available, and you experience more and more of that stillness, silence. You need less of noise, less of activities, less of words. You are able to catch the silence. That is when Dakshinamurti becomes your guru.
Mhm.
Dakshinamurti becomes your guru means you can understand silence now. You're more affiliated with silence. And that part of Shiva doesn't talk. All the talking will end. So you sit there, you're available to it, and you get messages. The Paravani state, that is. Paravani state, where without words, you are getting instructions, you're getting guidance. And that guidance doesn't come even in thought forms. It is in the being, it is in spontaneity. Life becomes spontaneous. The silence guides you, the inner guru guides you. So those are states. As we keep on transcending, we will be moving into that. So you're waiting for my words, right? That's what it is. Okay, there are some questions here. I'll quickly read this. Bhaiya, when talking about letting go of rituals, japas, yagyam, one thing I want to check about Kula Devata prayers. I was told that every year and each time in our lives we must respect and pay offerings and do pongal, etc. If not, we will get into their bad shoes and get curses. Similarly, with ancestors' prayers, be remembered and offerings to them, otherwise, Pitrus will curse. The negative happenings in our life is because of that. What is your guidance on that, please? Kula Devatas, Pitrus, and all the demigods that you're connected with, these are all lokas and planes of give and take. We are talking about a zone of unconditionality, where there are no conditions attached. You must move your life to that zone of unconditional love. That is the zone of Shiva. You can see Shiva's love is very unconditional. It's very impartial. He will not be partially good to the devatas and be bad to the asuras. You hear about punishments. Please understand, we punish ourselves. No God punishes anybody. Even if you say curses and this and that, without your karma, you are not eligible. Please understand this very clearly. If it is not in your karmic print, you cannot create circumstances where you get cursed or where you get this. It cannot just come and pop into your lap. Your karmic creations only invites all these kind of troubles. And then you end up with such zones. Please understand, everything is karma. Whatever I get involved in is only what I get a payback, whether it comes through curses or it comes through blessings. So, first of all, let us realize this thing, that it is me only. Nobody is involved. If it is not in your prarabdha, if that blueprint is not in your prarabdha, no gods, no demigods, no pitrus, nobody can curse you. It can never happen. It can only happen if you have built up some kind of karmic. That is why I'm telling you, if you get into those zones and you're caught up in that, know that you're destined, because you have invited that. You have got yourself into those kind of troubles. Now, about getting out of it, what people say is, I'm not interested in what people say. People will say hundreds of things. That's your problem, because you're a believer. You believe everything, and whatever you believe becomes true for you. So if you go to a certain community where they all are scared, they live in loba or bhaya, greed or fear. All their worship, all their affinity to God also comes from greed or fear only. I've told this many times. You go to the guru also out of greed and fear. Whatever is your intention, that kind of same things will happen to you. If you go to God, if you go to guru, if you go to demigods, if you go to the pitrus, you worship the pitrus. What for? You are worshipping out of fear. It only shows my lack of unconditional love is not there. There is a lack of unconditional love. I am having conditional love. That is why I have caught up in pleasing somebody and doing seva only to get some benefits. So there is crookedness in my intention only. So I am worshipping the Pitrus so that I get benefit. And definitely you will get connected to such Pitrus who also want benefit from you. You want benefit, you will attract people who want benefit from you. Karmic connections begin this way. And then both are interdependent on each other. You are dependent on them, they are dependent on you. And the karmic game goes on. If you move towards something higher than them, why, I must question myself, why is my mind lurking around all these lower zones? Why is it moving in these kind of areas? Why is it still stuck in Pitraloka, this Loka, that Loka? Why is it not going to Shivaloka? Why is not fathoming the highest? Why am I still in the branches? Where my consciousness, there my attention, and that kind of karmic give and take. So here the solution is simple. If you raise up to the highest, which is unconditional, from where all these are coming. The whole Srishti is made from there. But I am interested in all the branches. So I will end up playing games. Please understand. The play of consciousness is all in the branches, step by step. Do I want to go to the director of the movie, or do I want to get into the movie? If I get into the movie, I'll be playing character roles with everybody. Or you go behind the camera to the one who has created it. You'll be free. You worship the Nirguna Nirakara, and you do the practices where you become that light from where all these multiple dimensions are coming from. You go to the source, you are protected, you are out of it. Our consciousness is not there, our consciousness is lower. That is why we get stuck there. And so you, if your karma is very strong with those things, you will get Even people will remind you that you need to be stuck here only. You cannot go out because you are full of fear. Why you are full of fear? Because you are in the lower dimensions. You are not gone to the highest. And the more fear you have, you will be dominated by that fear. So if you are living with fear in your mind, people will tell you if you do this, you will get cursed. That's enough for you to be stuck there. Can you go into that zone and tell that how can God curse, which I said yesterday or day before yesterday? How can God curse? If God curse, then what is the difference between a devil and God? God is doing the work of devil by cursing. What kind of God is that? You must understand you have not gone to the real God. You've gone into some other dimensions. Maybe there are higher beings. Maybe they are elevated more than you, but not necessarily they are all free. Please understand this. Most of the zones and astral worlds are not free yet. Most of, almost all, not yet free. They're all in give and take. That is why the give and take. So, if I'm greedy, I will go there. I will go to a demigod and offer a goat or offer something and ask for something greater. So I give something and I get something. There's a give and take. धंधा किसने शुरू किया है? If I have greed only, I will go to such places, right? To do barter system. If I don't have desires, will I go? I'll not go to the such places only. I have no desire. What does Nityananda say in Chidakasha Gita? Only when you have desire only, you will get a guru also. If you are a desireless person, you will never get a guru. Because even worldly desires, I want something, you will catch the guru only. I have worldly problems, you will catch the guru only. So what intention are you catching the guru with? Pious? No. Anvo Paya, everybody goes from the lower intention only. Check out with yourself only. You've gone to the guru for your own petty needs. You're not gone out of unconditional love. Make that very clear. So, depending on what your needs are, that kind of barter system you have got into, and then the give and take is begun. Then you have all these concepts coming. Blessings and curse. Those who are greedy of blessings only will fall into the dimension of curse. Duality. Those who run behind blessings will get that. Those who do not want it, desireless of anything, nothing but to be desireless, the desire to be desireless. They've gone into higher zones. So you cannot be afflicted until you have something. That's what I'm trying to tell. We have to come back to our own nature and find out. Everything the root causes here. So don't blame any dimension, don't blame any Kula Devata, don't blame any Pitrus. You get entangled with them, they will get entangled with you. Why is Shiva saying in Devi Kalotra? Give up Pitrutarpan. Why is he saying that? If your philosophy is so true that your Pitrus will curse you, then Shiva is telling give up that. Why? And can you give up? You will not give up. Because you have some. We have all these things with them. Continuously, we have a lot of desires going on. So we can't blame. It's our self only. I have to see until I become pure. The negative happening in our life is because of that. Could be. You got entangled. Now the negative impact is happening. Now, instead of wanting to elevate it, you are going into the Rakta Bija, there only, loop. So the more you play, see what I said, the more you play with your own family people or your friends or your loved ones, whomever you are connected, the more you get entangled in the drama, you are going to continue the game. Janma after Janam. Punarpi Janma, Punarpi. Same is on higher dimension. You connect with any dimension, it is karmic only. Until you give up all your connection and stay with the one who has no connections with anything. Nirlamba. Till then, you are not going to be free. And these practices are to take you there. Last time, I cannot stand and survive office politics, but spiritual politics is far more challenging. Everyone seems to be safeguarding their position, wants to remain important, indispensable, and close to the guru by keeping the newcomers at distance. So this is not new. That's what I'm telling you. It's not nothing new. This happens in all the spiritual places also. Exactly what I'm trying to tell you. If you see politics outside, world politics, you say, "Ah, horrible politics, world is horrible. Let me go into spiritual." There you will see another reflection of politics. So the same thing I told you, no, that vasana, you will find it here also. So spiritual doesn't mean you are pure, you are clean. That is work in progress. So work in progress means there are vikaras in all of those beings there. So it is common sense to understand this world and that world is not different. You must not differentiate, oh, this is holier than that. Then you will fall into trouble. You must see everything the way it is. You must see everything through your open third eye glasses. If you see it in spirituality, you must have the guts to see it. If you don't have the guts to see it, you will fall into this bracket. All divine, goody, goody things you will only project and keep, and then one day you will have a heart attack. Oh my God, this happened. How can this happen? Or you will be in conflict. Outside, you might not say. Inside, you'll be struggling. Why this is happening here? Maybe nobody's talking about it. And then you see politics everywhere. Like you said, everybody wants to be close to the guru. They keep newcomers at distance. Very true. Because there is the security. Why do they move closer to that place? They want secure positions. So that's why they go closer to the and they feel now they have belong. The guru belongs to them. That's what I said. Shiva belongs to nobody. Belongs to everybody, but belongs to nobody. You can feel, experience the love of Shiva, but you cannot hold him. You cannot say, "आप सिर्फ मेरे हो, आज से कसम खाओ कि you will be only mine, oh God, and not go anywhere else." This is the drawback that we have in relationships. You'll see everybody when they go into relation, they'll say it's only between us. Nobody else should get it. Politicians say that, the citizens say that, mine, ours only. So that when they carry to the guru also, the same thing. And it's not going to work because the guru belongs to everybody. But if you try to say, this is only mine and everybody else back off. I've seen that. I've faced all that. You back off. This is mine. This is our property. How dare you come here? I've been told on the face, you don't belong here. Okay? हैसियत देखो अपनी. You don't belong here. I've been told on face. What is that? Insecurity. I'll snatch somebody's guru. Who can snatch the guru? I can be miles apart and still belong to him, and he can belong to me. That you must understand. This is the tattva. So you cannot hold, this is my father, this is my son, this is my guru, this is my disciple. Nobody can play with that. So until you don't get the ultimate truth, you will be caught up in all this. Best not to get caught up in this. Best not to fall in that drama. Best see everything openly as it is, transparent. Don't hold great names for things. Everywhere this problem is there. And you will find it everywhere, even in lokas. You leave the guru side and you go to higher loka, Swarga loka you go, you will find politics there also. Kissa kursi ka. There Indra also is fighting for his. You'll find it everywhere. Till you go to beyond the whole drama, till you're in the cosmic play, you'll experience plays. So you have to see this, and that's what I'm telling. Till you see it and you get fed up of it, you will have no desire to leave this world. Leave this world means not die. You lose your interest in any dimension, any world, any spirituality. Doesn't matter to you. It's all another game. Till you come to that, you cannot be a nirlambhi because you will be holding on otherwise, something or the other. So, in one way, it's good. It's very good that you're taught all these things. Sometimes I know I am a hypocrite, play double standards. When I catch, I work on it. But during the time, when I know till this ill quality dissolve, it is such a difficult time to handle. Yeah, that is why we are seekers. Just imagine the situation where I know I'm a hypocrite, I'm playing double standard, I'm cunning, I know everything, and I'm a witness. Because if I'm a witness, I will not get entangled in it. But you're saying sometimes I do that, and sometimes when I'm not in that position, it's very difficult for me. That is where we understand the practicality. That is where we understand this is where we need to work. And this whole practice of shifting into that awareness, living more and more into that, is that practice. If imagine the situation, if you are all the time 24 by 7 in that awareness, you are self realized. There's nothing else to work. You wouldn't have been sitting here for this satsang also. So it's okay. That's the practice. That's what I'm telling you. Doesn't matter even if it takes a lifetime. Give it a go. Let me do it. Let me fall, let me get back again. Let me fall, let me get back again. Because till when? Till I get this right. That is why I'm called a seeker. That is why I'm called a practitioner. I'm practicing. That's very important. So never think, or even some people say, why am I not in samadhi? Half an hour I was, 15 minutes I was, but then I came out. Are, if you wouldn't have come out, then you are Ramakrishna Paramamsa. Nirvikalpa samadhi all the time. And you are trying to probably become that, right? And so there is work to do. It's okay. Is it right to say that Shambhopaya is when one has third eye activated and Viveka is activated? No. That Shaktopaya may be hota. In Shaktopaya, most of you are awakened. You can have your third eye open, because when you have third eye open only, you can see the concepts. You can see the way the things they are. You don't get uh, you don't get afflicted with anything. Raga Dvesha is not there. You don't have attraction to something, aversion to something. You know everything is done. That is your third eye only showing discrimination, everything very clearly. So in Shaktopaya only it happens. Third eye. Awareness is a zone. What most of you are doing through that zone. And most of you are able to see through the nonsense. Those who are not able to see, still stuck up in the projections and their own illusions. Third eye is not fully. When you see the third eye open, means you will see like Osho. दूध का दूध पानी का पानी, however glorified that terminologies, you will see everything crystal clear. So that can happen in Shaktopaya. But Shambhopaya is, you can say, or you can say this Shaktopaya is something where your third eye is open but half open. Where you might see all these concepts and things, illusions and all that, fine. Shambhopaya means it eye fully opens that you see your own shadow. You see now everything. Till now you're seeing everything. This is a concept, that is a concept, and everything is useless and not of any use. And you give up that, give up this, everything you're going. Third eye is half open. When third eye fully opens, you will come to know this also is useless. This itself is a concept. And then that dissolves completely. Namaskaram, sir. When we get into detachment mode in spirituality, how can we live normal? Because we still have responsibilities, but it creates confusion. Once you're detached, it detached fully. Would you please share how to manage both realms? See, for this, we have to understand. One second. Okay. The responsibility that we are talking about, please understand this in a very simple term. You say, I am responsible, I am supposed to do this. I have worldly responsibility. Who's the one who's saying I am having worldly responsibilities? You'll say it is the ego. It is this identity, and that is what we are trying to tell. The sufferer and the worker, the doer, is always the ego. The mother, father, husband, wife, brother, sister will always feel something or the other responsible. Guaranteed. There is no end to it. Till you are someone, you will have a lot to do. So till you are identified with those positions, this will continue. There is no end to it. But that is why I ask, who got into these dramas? I myself. Why did I get? I have to ask my questions. Now I've got into it, no problem. I'm not saying I'm a father, I'm a mother. How can I ditch my family just because I have to take care of it? Yeah, good. Take care of it. But as you're taking care of it, you have to even practice this. Who is this caretaker? That is what spirituality is all about. Otherwise, you'll never dissolve it. If you go on saying this is my dharma, there is no end to it. Next janma also will come with some dharma. That is why I tell people, investigate and find out the one who says, I have family responsibilities. Did God give you those responsibilities or you took it up? If you took it up, why did you take it up? You have to question. And you'll see you had desires to experience something. How do you say I have responsibility of children without getting married? You got married, right? That is why you had children. So there was a desire to get married. Outcome was children. Now the question is, why did you get married? Ah, you'll have so many reasons now. Desire for this, desire for that, blah 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 blah. That is why you got into somebody. You got into somebody, you produce children. Now you can see your responsibilities are increasing. Who's the starter of this responsibility? Me. My desires. First understand this. I'm not telling give up. I'm never telling give up. I'm telling break this illusion of dharma and responsibilities. As though whenever we talk as it is a big responsibility, I'm simply putting the game in somebody else's lap and telling, this has come to me, what to do now? I have a responsibility, what to do now? And I'm telling, who got into it? Why did you get into it? So if you are sincere, you will come to know I only got into it. So first that I break that thing, I only got myself into this. So half your responsibility is gone. Otherwise, the excuse of dharma and responsibility will always be there. Now, the next step is, do I want to continue having more responsibilities? No. Then what do you want to do? Existing responsibilities, agyanta mein hua boss. Ignorance, one day, some way, that time I didn't have this level of understanding. So I didn't get into it. Like Devi Amma said, beta, you want to get married? Get married. But only that. But if you can't, then if you want to have a child, then only one. But if you still can't, then it goes on. What she's trying to impose is the same. Your own desires, if you keep on expanding, you'll have more responsibility. Then she said, one is not enough, you'll have two. Then two is not enough, you'll have three. Then four. Then five, and it will go on. So I have to have awareness. Do I want it? So if I have learned, that is why I'm telling, who brought me into this desires? Who brought me into this role today, which is making me so burdened with responsibilities? I myself. Okay, now I have learned. Now no more responsibilities. So what I do from here, whatever I have in hand, I will do it dutifully and beautifully because it's my dharma. Okay, good. Future new dharmas, I've stopped. Future more responsibilities, I've stopped. Now what I'll do is I'll have very little to handle these responsibilities. Now, when you have this limited responsibility, let's say I am a father or father of two children, and I have my wife, and I have to take care of my children. Okay. Now immediately you come to that frame. This is my dharma. This is my karma. What is my two children and my wife? Okay, I have to work towards something. Okay, let me work. My spirituality will not stop. I'm doing my spirituality. So I'm doing my work. I'm build a house. I have something. I'm saving up for my kids and all those things. Simultaneously, you're doing an excellent job. You are not full time into moksha. You're not even wanting moksha there right now, but you are wanting moksha, freedom from these identities. That is first what you have to aim. Don't aim for mukti. aim for freedom from your identities. What is making me bound more and more? My fatherhood. Why? Because now I'm earning for them. Good. I'm doing my dharma. Fine. I'm providing them shelter. Fine. I'm providing them food. Fine. I'm providing them love, support, whatever they want, needs. Fine. But while I'm the seeker, I'm seeing, is this getting into entanglement? Providing, I go to provide, but now I have something like, I want to give the best. Even the children is not wanting. They're saying, no, I want to be a guitarist. No way. I want to make you a heart surgeon. There you have to understand. Is that responsibility getting too much on your head? Are you taking too much on your head? Are you becoming the doer in the name of responsibility? There you have got to catch. So if you are just a caretaker and giving responsibility, you must do what you have to do and pull back from the rest. Because you are practicing, I'm not the doer, the Lord is doing through me. So allow the Lord to do through that. See, that is a very powerful concept when you say, I'm not the doer. Lord is doing through me. Chidakasha Gita, Bhagavan Nityananda says. When you are getting into householder, you have to become like the calf tied to the temple. Means, pehle zamane mein, they used to give calf, offer the calf to the temple. And that calf, when it is tied, the calf is completely dedicated to this, the temple. It doesn't think of anything else. So I am that calf. I am given myself to God. Now that calf, whatever the temple people make it do, it is simply surrender to it. No free will. So he says a householder also does that way, thinking that whatever is happening in my family is being done through me. Money is being gathered for this family. The Lord is helping take care of those things. In this, what happens? I'm pulling back. Doership is going down. So partnership, God and me are the partners. Full partner, I'm the doer. This is how the grahastha should move. First, you learn that I only created this, and now no future I don't want. If I want, that's my headache. I've not learned. No other. So no other, I blocked other. Now what I have in hand, I'm giving them full. But while I'm giving them full, I know that the Lord is taking care. It's not me who's doing it. Okay. So that responsibility also you have pulled back, but you are giving completion to everything. Whatever you took, even in ignorance, if you have created it, you are giving completion. You're not running away. You're providing everything to them, love, support, care. But at the same time, I'm not the doer. So that will prevent you from getting entangled into this family. And once you have that frame of mind, then you start practicing these. It will be very easy. If you don't get into this frame of mind and you try to practice Shambhopa, it's impossible. You can never get it because it will pull you. Your moha, your attachment will pull you. What is moha and attachment? This ignorance that these people belong to me. Who's this me? The doer. If you understand enough, the Lord is doing it because it's the Lord's world. Your limitations will come there. Your detachments will go. So that mind has to come to a level of non-attachment. Then only Shambhopaya practice you can move towards. That is why I said many of us are not eligible because we are not ready to give up our attachments. Oh, I cannot go. And what is our excuse? My responsibilities. One best excuse everybody finds. Simply they will tell it's my responsibility. How can I give up this? Now see the question that you ask. The question itself says there's an obligation. And it's like, I'm helpless. The question is a helpless thing. I am in this state. What can I do? There's nothing else to do because some philosophy has told me that I must take care of this. So I must become aware and see. Is that philosophy boosting my ego here? Is it giving my vasanas more this? That vasana, that philosophy is telling I have to fulfill my dharma. So in that dharma, am I fulfilling my moha in the name of dharma? You have to become aware. If you see, no, I get this very clear now. Then you start pulling back. So a grahastha must always do this. It's a very challenging question for most of the grahasthas. We will have this. And how can I be aware all the time? Am I not supposed to provide as a mother? I have to take care of this. How can I be aware and be in that witness mode? If I am in the witness mode, then who will feed my children? Nobody asked you to sit as a witness there. Even when you're feeding the children, witness means you are witnessing that some power, something is working through you. You are not the feeder. When you think you are the feeder, that is where the problem happens. The moment you say I'm the feeder means I'm the mother. You have taken identity. I am the mother. And what is a mother? I'm the feeder. So I become the doer. And then I get caught up in all that. Here we are saying I'm not the doer. I am playing the role of this mother. That is awareness. So you become very spiritually mature. So you are not discarding them also. At the same time, you are not discarding your spiritual work also. Otherwise, there is no end to it. There is no end. Mark me, mark these words. You can never get out of this rut. All the time, you will be caught up in spiritual, what you call the obligations of dharma, and you'll have enough excuses your mind is giving. I can wait. Let me finish this responsibility. Let my children grow old. Let them get married. Let them have grandchildren. By the time you will go, it will never happen. Wherever you are at this moment, you have to raise your consciousness and find out who you are. Are you real father, mother? Do you really mean that these are my kids? Where were these kids in previous lifetime? Who were their father and mother? Was it me only? Or after this life, if your kids have to move on or you have to move on your body, where will you go? Where will they go? Once you come into practicality, you will understand there is no such obligations. This is all a part of this part of my drama. Once you are fully detached, it's detached fully. That will not happen that. You cannot wait for detachment to happen. One day it will come. It will not come. I'm telling you. I've seen older people suffer more. In their older thing, they are not having just attachment to their sons and daughters, but they have to their grandson and grandchildren, and then their issues, and it's never ending. Detachment has to start now, not by philosophy, but by awareness of who am I, who are they. They just came through your body. They don't belong to you. That's all how you should behave. I think yes, it's getting late also. Anyways, most of you are drooling into sleep. Okay, so we'll end this session for today here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudechyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be blessed. May we all evolve and may we all be free. And no need to worry about all these things. You just need to take care of what you need to do right now and handle that. Handle what is there in the moment. That's all. Don't keep thinking about future and okay, all the shambopaya when it will happen. When it has to happen, it will happen. Right now, what am I supposed to attend to? I give my full attention, full sincerity into that state of life. But in whatever I am giving attention to right now, my whole intention is my awareness should be always there. Awareness is your blessing. Awareness is Kanda. Awareness is Murugan, son of Shiva. If you have the blessings of Murugan, that means the son of Shiva, you will stay afloat whatever it is. So staying afloat, you do your practices. Staying afloat means staying in awareness. You are much mature and you do whatever it is, even if your body is undergoing sickness, illness. You don't have to brood sitting there. Oh, I have a cold, I have a cough, I have a fever, and this what to do now. You look beyond it. You're not this body. Then you can even overcome that also. You have to practice it. We immediately get bound by, oh, what to do. I'm a father after all. I'm a mother after all. Don't get stuck with all this thing. You can rise beyond that mother and father also and be a greater being in that. So you that awareness is what I'm telling you. Develop this, and through awareness in the moment, keep only this thing. What you have to handle, handle that. You have a family to handle that. Spiritually, you handle. You have some worldly issues to handle, handle that. You have an illness to handle, handle that. But do it everything in awareness, and it will pass. One by one, it will pass. The next challenge will come. There you have to handle it. That will pass. This way, it gets emptied. But as these phases come, you have to stay in a certain level of awareness. That's what you are trying to grasp. You catch on that only. So don't have to worry about what next. Just worry about this time, this moment, what I'm supposed to. Hope this helps. Stay blessed. Then. See you in next. Bye.